Imagine you're floating 250 miles above Earth. You're outside the International Space Station. The view? Absolute top-tier aesthetic, infinite aura, but then your helmet cracks. What actually happens to you? Movies will have you believing that you instantly freeze solid like a popsicle or that you explode like a water balloon. No cap, the reality is way more unhinged than that. If you get exposed to the pure vacuum of space, your blood doesn't freeze. It boils. It's called ebullism. Because there's zero atmospheric pressure, the boiling point of the liquids in your body drops below your own body temperature. The water in your mouth, your eyes, and your lungs would literally start vaporizing. You'd have about 10 to 15 seconds of consciousness before your brain just shuts off the Wi-Fi. But you don't even need your helmet to break for space to completely sabotage your biology. Just living up there inside a highly advanced, billion-dollar spaceship is enough to completely rewrite your DNA, shrink your heart, and dissolve your skeleton. Your body was built for Earth. Up there, you are basically an NPC glitching out of bounds.
Hey, welcome back to MindSpark, a place where curiosity comes alive. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered what would happen if things suddenly changed instantly? Stick with me, because the answer is way more shocking than you think.
Welcome back to MindSpark, where we break down the most mind-bending facts in the universe. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the brutal, chaotic, and low-key terrifying things that happen to the human body when you leave Earth's gravity. When you see astronauts doing flips in zero gravity, eating floating droplets of water, and living their best life, it looks like a massive W. It looks like the ultimate vibe. But behind the scenes, their bodies are fighting a desperate war for survival. Without gravity dragging you down, every single system in your body looks around, gets confused, and starts hitting the self-destruct button. We're going to look at the exact timeline of what happens to you, from your very first day in orbit to a year in deep space. We're talking rapid aging, your immune system taking a massive L, and cosmic rays literally shooting through your brain like microscopic sniper bullets. Let 'em cook, because science is about to get weird. Hit that subscribe button, buckle up, and let's launch into the biology of the final frontier. Alright, so you just made it to orbit. You unbuckle, and you are officially floating. For the first few hours, your aura is off the charts. But within 24 hours, your body realizes something is horribly wrong. On Earth, your heart has to work hard to pump blood up from your legs to your brain. Gravity is constantly pulling your fluids down. Your body is basically built with heavy-duty plumbing to fight gravity 24/7. But in space, gravity goes offline. But your heart, it didn't get the memo. Your heart keeps pumping with that same Earth-level energy, pushing roughly 2 liters of fluid out of your legs and directly into your chest and head. Astronauts call this the puffy face and bird legs phase. Your legs get insanely skinny, looking like absolute twigs, while your face puffs up like you just ate a bee. You look cooked, but looking a little goofy is the least of your problems. All that extra fluid rushing to your head creates immense pressure inside your skull. Imagine hanging upside down off your bed for 6 months straight. That's the pressure they feel. This pressure literally flattens the back of your eyeballs. It's a condition called spaceflight-associated neuroocular syndrome, or SANS. The optic nerve gets swollen, and your actual vision starts to degrade. A lot of astronauts go into space with perfect 20/20th vision and come back needing glasses just to read the dashboard. The universe is literally trying to blind you. And because your body senses all this extra fluid in your upper half, your brain gets tricked. It's like, whoa, we have way too much water in the system, dump it. So, for the first few days in space, you are constantly going to the bathroom. You lose a massive amount of water volume, and you become incredibly dehydrated. Your body is playing itself. That is a massive L for your kidneys, which we'll get to in a minute. Okay, so your face is puffy and you can't see straight. Valid. But what's happening deeper inside? Let's talk about your skeleton. On Earth, your bones are alive. Every time you take a step, run, or lift something, the micro-impacts tell your body, hey, we need these bones to be strong. You have special cells called osteoblasts that build bone and osteoclasts that break down old bone. It's a perfect, balanced system. In microgravity, that balance gets totally trashed. Because you aren't putting any weight on your legs or your spine, your brain decides your skeleton is basically useless weight. Your osteoblasts, the builders, just go on strike. They stop working. But the osteoclasts, the demolition crew, they keep tearing your bones down. Your body is literally speedrunning osteoporosis. Astronauts lose about 1 to 2% of their bone density every single month they are in space. To put that in perspective, an elderly person on Earth loses about 1% per year. An astronaut loses bone 12 times faster than your grandma. If you stayed in space long enough without doing anything about it, your bones would turn to chalk. You'd come back to Earth, try to stand up, and your legs would just snap, completely cooked. This is why astronauts have to work out for 2.5 hours every single day using a crazy machine called ARED, Advanced Resistive Exercise Device. It uses vacuum cylinders to simulate lifting heavy weights. But even with daily, brutal workouts, they still lose mass. And here is the most unhinged part. Where does all that dissolved bone go? It goes into your blood and eventually gets filtered by your kidneys. Because you are constantly peeing out your own dissolved skeleton, astronauts are at a massively high risk of developing kidney stones. Imagine trying to pass a kidney stone made of your own ribcage while floating in zero gravity, miles away from a hospital. Absolute nightmare fuel. If you thought your bones had it bad, let's talk about your cardiovascular system. Your heart is a muscle, and just like your biceps or your quads, if you don't use it, you lose it. On Earth, your heart is an absolute unit. It works tirelessly against gravity. But in space, pumping blood is effortless. It's literally playing on easy mode. Because the heart doesn't have to work hard, it starts to shrink. It actually loses muscle mass and changes shape, becoming more spherical. It literally becomes a lazy, round ball. That's not all. In 2022, scientists discovered something wild called space anemia. When you are in space, your body actively starts destroying its own red blood cells. On Earth, your body destroys and creates about 2 million red blood cells every second. But in space, your body destroys 3 million a second. It's an absolute massacre of your own blood supply. You lose about 54% more red blood cells in space than you do on Earth. Your blood is literally losing its ability to carry oxygen efficiently. This is why when astronauts finally come back down to Earth, they can't even walk. You've probably seen the videos they get pulled out of the capsule and have to be carried in a chair. Their heart is too weak to pump blood to their brain, their blood is anemic, and their bones are fragile. If they tried to stand up too fast, they would instantly pass out. Earth's gravity hits them like a truck. The glowdown is real. Now we get to the silent killer. The invisible threat that is out here draining your health bar without you even feeling it. Radiation. Down here on Earth, we are protected. Our planet has a massive magnetic field called the magnetosphere and a thick atmosphere that acts like a cosmic bulletproof vest. It blocks almost all the deadly solar flares and cosmic rays shooting out from the sun and exploding stars. But once you leave low Earth orbit, like if you're traveling to Mars, you lose that shield. You are completely exposed. Galactic cosmic rays are basically atomic nuclei traveling at nearly the speed of light. They don't just hit your skin, they blast through your spaceship, through your spacesuit, and tear straight through your cells. Imagine microscopic cannonballs blasting through your DNA, shattering your genetic code. During the Apollo missions to the moon, astronauts reported something absolutely terrifying. While they were trying to sleep in the pitch-black cabin, with their eyes completely closed, they would see sudden, brilliant flashes of bright light. They thought they were hallucinating. But scientists realized what was actually happening. Heavy radiation particles were shooting straight through the walls of the spacecraft, directly into the astronauts' skulls, and passing right through their optic nerves. The radiation was physically triggering the light receptors in their eyes. They were literally seeing the radiation hitting their brains. I don't know about you, but having cosmic rays snipe my brain cells while I'm trying to sleep is peak unhinged. This kind of radiation exposure dramatically increases the risk of cancer, causes early cataracts in the eyes, and can literally cause brain damage, affecting memory and cognitive function. If humanity is going to make it to Mars, we have to figure out how to stop our astronauts' DNA from getting totally cooked by the cosmos. But out of all the crazy physical things that happen to you, maybe the most profound change happens to your mind. First off, your sleep schedule is completely wrecked. Because the International Space Station orbits the Earth at 17,500 miles per hour, astronauts experience a sunrise or a sunset every 45 minutes. That means 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every single day. Your circadian rhythm has no idea what's going on. But beyond the sleep deprivation, there is a massive psychological shift. It's called the overview effect, when an astronaut looks out the window and sees the Earth floating in the void not as a map with borders, but as a fragile, tiny, glowing blue marble surrounded by an infinite, deadly darkness. Something inside their brain clicks. It's a cognitive shift. Many astronauts report feeling a sudden, overwhelming sense of unity and deep sadness. You realize that every war, every argument, every single person you have ever known, and all the stress of daily life is contained on that one tiny, fragile pixel. You realize that all the stuff we fight over down here is completely meaningless. It literally forces you to gain main character perspective on a cosmic scale. You leave Earth as an astronaut, but you come back as an Earthling. Your brain is permanently rewired. Space is the ultimate test of human biology. From your blood wanting to boil, to your skeleton dissolving into your kidneys, your heart forgetting how to work, and cosmic rays playing target practice with your DNA. Going to space isn't just a trip. It is an absolute war of survival against an environment that wants nothing more than to delete you. But the crazy part? We still go. Humans are so relentlessly curious, so driven by that W-Riz explorer energy, that we willingly put our bodies through absolute hell just to understand what's out there. So, what do you think? Could you survive a year in space, or would you tap out on day one? Drop a comment below right now with the fact that blew your mind the most. Was it the radiation eye flashes, or peeing out your own skeleton? Let me know. If this video expanded your brain, smash that like button, and do not forget to subscribe to MindSpark. We are dropping deep dive, universe-breaking content every single week, and you don't want to miss what we're cooking next. Stay curious, stay grounded, and I'll catch you in the next one.
If this video made you think even for a second, hit the like button. It really helps the channel. Subscribe to MindSpark for more mind-blowing ideas, and tell me in the comments what topic we should explore next. Until next time, keep your mind curious,